with that, I'd now like to introduce Neil Garwood, who serves as our Assistant Lay Director. He will speak about the phase of Cursillo before the weekend is made, called pre-Cursillo, which consists of the transition from pre-Cursillo and covers up to the point that the weekend actually begins. Now, Neil and I are brothers, and we sometimes get kidded about who is the younger and who's the older brother, and we also use that to kid around sometimes, just jerking on a few chains. And it's because we come from a family of 6 boys, no girls, and we just happen to be the 2 in the middle. You got the first son and you got the youngest son. They're the ones that were the golden childs, and they got everything, and they went to college and got their degrees and all that, and we, in the middle, there was nothing left for us, you know. So we can't even claim being the first or the last or the golden child or anything like that. And we can't even claim being the youngest or oldest. So we have to argue about who's younger or older. So we do that once in a while. So I'd like to introduce to you now my brother Neil, my younger brother Neil.
Good morning. As you can tell, I'm Neil, and I'm really happy to be here today. And I thank you for taking time out of your busy day to allow us to do this presentation. I'm a little confused though because I'm older than Dave, so I'm not sure why I'm his younger brother, but let's make it perfectly clear. He's the smart one. Pre-Cursillo. The definition of pre-Cursillo is the study of environments and the search for people who have the ability to evangelize the various environments in which they are placed. Pre-Cursillo is responsible for the preparation of those who are willing to attend a Cursillo weekend, and is also responsible for directing them to the ongoing support system that Cursillo has after the weekend. Those who can live a Cursillo weekend must be Catholics who are in a position or can be in a position to receive the sacraments of the Catholic Church. People with severe physical or emotional conditions should not attend a Cursillo weekend. Those wishing to attend a Cursillo must be sponsored by someone who has already experienced a Cursillo weekend. Ideally, this would be someone who knows them well, such as a family member or a good friend. Those who should go to Cursillo are those who have strength of character and self-control, who are able to make their own decisions, who are self-motivated, mature, free, and responsible. Those who are leaders, self-starters, movers. Those who are concerned about the social conditions of our times, and those with aptitude and attitude, who have the desire to live in and for the community, with Christ, in Christ, and for Christ. To me, these are the leaders of our Catholic diocese and our parishes within this diocese. In other words, you who are here today. We are asking you to experience the Cursillo. We believe the Cursillo will help you with your work here in Bishop Rhodes' offices. And we need you to help us to spread Cursillo throughout our diocese. If 1 or 2 of you here would attend a Cursillo weekend, you would see if and how Cursillo can help change our environment into more of a Christian environment. That is why I love Cursillo. It changed my life for the better, and I enjoy seeing the changes in other people's lives as they live their Cursillo experience. I lived my Cursillo in 1980. I was asked to be on the next team in the next 5 or 6 teams because I played guitar and they were in need of musicians. Their present musicians had to be out of town for the first weekend. And then I took a break, and then I worked another 5 or 6 teams before taking another break. And then I decided I didn't really like the breaks from the weekends. So I worked a lot of teams. I worked approximately 30 men's teams. I've served on the Secretariat for 17 years. When I finish my term, which starts as lay director, which starts in January, I'll have served approximately 19 years on the Secretariat. I've been a rector or team coordinator 3 times. I am now rector of Men's Cursillo 85 to be held in October in Syracuse. I've been assistant rector numerous times, and I'm on my second time as being lay director in January. Now, I'm not complaining or bragging, just stating the facts. I'm told that I am a rarity. Not everybody gets as involved as I am. Some people we never see again. Others we see once in a while. Still others are more active. And those who are fully involved work on teams and serve on the Secretariat, just of those of us who are here today. And yet there are others who may have done as much or more than I have, such as the man that was rector of my weekend, Jerry Welling. He's worked many teams, probably more than I have. He's been lay director 3 times. He's been a rector 3 times. He does a lot of our artwork as he is a graphic artist. However, his health at this time prevents him from being active anymore. And then we've lost a lot of good people. The first that comes to my mind is Reverend Mr. Paul Baumgartner. He was a deacon and involved in Cursillo when I came into Cursillo in 1980. He was there long before I was. He worked many teams. He's been a big impetus in Cursillo all these years up until recently when he was taken from us due to cancer. Another man that I want to mention is Dick Bandera. Dick is a very quiet person, but he can touch your heart. Dick and his wife, Jerry, opened their homes to many people. They fed many people, have been very active in their church, in their parish. And one day Dick said to me, he says, you know, I have no apostolic action. And I said, Dick, you don't realize it, but you live apostolic action by the things you do every day of your life. For you, it's a way of life. Dick and Jerry knew that I really liked Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd. One day I got a phone call from them and they said, could we stop over? We're in the neighborhood and we just want to stop. I said, well, sure, come on over. Well, they had bought a tapestry that was the Psalms 23 with the Lord holding a lamb and the verse on it, and gave that to me. It hangs in my bedroom today. Another Cursista who we lost recently, John Chrisman. He worked on many teams with me and others. He was a very active Cursista. He loved Cursillo. Cancer also got him. And one of the last things that he told Dave and I was that he had hoped to live long enough to see Cursillo spread throughout our diocese. That was his wish, that we could get Cursillo spread, going good in our diocese. And then we had mentors. One was Hank Coaches, a very special man. I used to pass he had a meat market on the corner of Darden Road and 31. And then on the side he had a big sign painted on there, 5-foot letters, God is love. And I saw that every day on my way to work, before I even knew Hank. He was a special man. He had arthritis severely, and at one point was bedridden. But an accident by Reverend Mr. Baumgartner had so touched his heart that he got out of bed and went to console his brother. Another one was Bob Brown. When he made Cursillo, there was no music. He taught himself to play guitar. He was a plant manager of a bakery here in town. He quit that and became a male nurse. served as a nurse. His final gift to us was not just working on weekends. He worked a lot of teams. We used to call him Mr. Cursillo. But his final gift to the world was he was struck down with cancer, and he went and took an experimental treatment, knowing that it would probably kill him, which it probably did. We just want to pass this gift of God from us to you, to the rest of our diocese. And we can certainly do this with your help. Thank you.